My niggas be like, I'm this and that for life. This and that for life. I'm on this for life. What's up, and yo, mother Ra. They go a class for you, my nigga. 140 for the rebel. The world turned its back on me. I'm a criminal. We got soldiers, he got soldiers, but I got different ones. Ain't no way out, I tell you what. Don't pray for nothing, I'm in the curse. We can't forget what's for me. Remain in the trenches, trust in the Lord, but please forgive me for the times that I did. If rain is given, have no respect to your opinion. Be about your business, this your time. Trying to pick up with a and every minute matches, I'm just grinding for my time share. The devils ain't playing fair, they hunt you like Barry Bell. But ain't no getting out the game that you run. You think that no fish are done deep. They try to deal death to a priest. You won't make it out and walk. You ain't gonna let so you can stand. Just make sure you got the heart. Say your name 3 times and it's death to us partner. So how you feel about this truth out the show? This ain't the last thing, nigga. I should walk now. Even your own people come this show. And the Lord said they hate you for my name. You better keep it on. Ain't no more guess, ain't no more question. Make sure my election till I'm tucked away like George did. Murder for capitalized, murder at the Capitol. The world in the neighborhood, we like fucking crazy. I put it on watching life as it go by. Be giving mercy in this life, I don't know why. Smoke never tried over it. They play it on my brother Peter. And so I don't want to follow salute, my nigga. They like, how you stay focused? I told them I'm motivated because you do, my nigga. Terrorism weapons, still got weapons on the seat. Now I never do my niggas like Bishop get right here. Everybody don't believe they under anesthesia. Shorty say she leaving, say she wanna let that love go. So I let that love go. But if I bring it to my bed, that's a blood. So, how you feel about this truth by the show? This ain't the life we think, nigga. I should walk. Even your own people on this own. And the Lord said they hate you for my name. You better keep it on.
Shalom, Israel, with the Israelite School, Universal Practical Knowledge.
Yes, right.
Started out in 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. I'm Commander General YAHANNA. Today is the Sunday Scripture Breakdown class. We're live in Houston, Texas. You can type in your questions that you have about the Bible so you can get them answered and get the truth of the matter. If you got any questions, type them in so we can get your questions answered. Today's topic is wolf pack, lone wolves, and house dogs. We're going to find out what they all have in common and how we should find out what we need to learn from them. The Lord made all of us, and in each one of us, and the way we operate, we can learn from each other. The scripture says, ask the ant, be like the ant to prepare. And so what we learn from the ant is that ants prepare in the winter for the summer.
Right.
They when you see them out picking up chips, picking up grass and taking it into their ant hill, they're not just taking that in so that they can eat that day. They are preparing for the future and what's to come. And so now what we're going to do is today, we're going to do as the scripture says. Somebody give me Job 12 and 7. I'm going to start with that. Let's start right there.
This is the book of Job, chapter 12, verse 7. But ask now the beast.
Ask who?
The beast.
Ask now the beast. Go ahead.
And they shall teach thee.
They gonna teach you. What we finna do right now is we finna ask the beast so we can learn from the wolf. Wolves have different types of wolves. There are wolves that run in packs, and then there are lone wolves. A wolf that runs in a pack. Give me that article we got on a wolf pack. Let's find out how they're structured. Because in everything there is structure. The only place that there is no structure is in the Black, Hispanic, and Native American community outside the UPK because of Christianity. We're the only ones that don't believe in rank, in order, and structure. We are taught to be lone wolves. We are taught to be house dogs. We are taught to be not in a wolf pack. Because if you're in a wolf pack, then you're in a cult. And you're in a wolf pack, you can't make decisions for yourself.
Right.
If you're in a wolf pack, now you're in a bad environment because you're with your family. That doesn't make sense. Nobody else is not taught to be without family but you. You're the only people that's taught to not have a family. And that's okay. Tapazo, you got that?
Yeah, 1 second, sir.
Don't sweat. So that's the thing that we're going to go into. We're going to go into the benefits of being in a wolf pack and being in a family and the different structures that these animals, that these beasts have, these different ranks and order. Go ahead, Art.
Come on, sir. A wolf pack is an exceedingly complex social unit, an extended family of parents, offspring, sibling, aunts, and uncles.
Stop. First thing that we see about the wolf pack is that they're what? They family. This pack is not just a gang of wolves. It's not the wolf gang, it's the wolf's family. And when they run together, they run in packs, in groups. You understand? Keep reading.
Khan, sir. Salakia. There are old wolves that need to be cared for, pups that need to be educated, and young adults that are beginning to assert themselves, all altering the dynamics of the pack.
When the wolf pack is together, everybody's able to learn from one another, and everybody's able to be taken care of. When you are all together, now you don't have to put your grandmother in the old folks' home. You don't have to worry about being homeless. You don't have to worry about losing your job and going and stay out on the street because you have a family that will support you in your pack. But if you are a lone wolf, if you don't have a family, then you have no support. You have nobody to fight for you, nobody to stand with you, nobody to take care of you when you're sick.
Right.
Nobody to show you love or brotherhood.
Right.
And this world teaches us to not want brotherhood, to not want love. What they say love is, they say they won't know what. What kind of love everybody say they don't want? Fake love. And what is fake love in America in today's time? Huh? Real love. That's what fake love. You know what?
Right.
When you check somebody, that's love.
Right.
But that's not what people want.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want that.
Right.
What's the love they want? Gifts, pats on the backs, and money, and they want you to tell them how great they are even when they're not great.
Right.
They want you to tell you they're pretty when they're not pretty.
Right.
They want you to tell you that dress look good when it don't.
Right.
And when you tell them the truth, that's fake love.
Damn.
You've been faking all this time. You said I look good. You do, just not in that.
Right.
You understand? I'm not changing my stance on how you look. You're beautiful without the makeup, without the eyelashes, without the weave, naked. I don't need you to have all that other stuff on to make your beauty complete. You understand? Yeah, clap it up. Because our women have to know that just because it's not flowers, that doesn't mean it's not love.
That's right.
A lot of times, people get love, and because they're not used to it, they say it's not, the system's not working.
Mm.
Somebody tell you you're the problem, and then they start to say, you know what? I don't think the system's working anymore. I went to counseling. They told me it was my fault. They told me I need to do better, and now I don't think I want to go to counsel no more because the system is broken.
Right.
No, you're broken. And the problem is you don't want real love. You want artificial love, but you say you don't want fake love. Keep reading.
Common concert. The job of maintaining order and cohesion falls largely to the alphas, also known as the breeding pair. Typically, there is only one breeding pair in a pack.
Right.
They, especially the alpha female, the mother of the pack, are the glue to keeping the pack together.
Go ahead.
The loss of a parent can have a devastating impact on the social group cohesion.
The loss of a what?
The loss of a parent.
The loss of a what?
The loss of a parent
Can do what?
can have a devastating impact on the social group cohesion.
Let me tell you something now. What does the Bible say about a strong man's house? Right, God?
Mark 3:27.
So like you, no man can take a man's house unless he bind the strong man.
The first way that you can get the house destroyed is to get the alpha male out of the house. That's how you destroy your house.
Right.
You have to take a parent out.
That's right.
You would have to take the man out of the house, or you got to take the woman out of the house, but you have to disconnect the pack.
Right.
You got to break up the family structure. And in breaking the structure, it has an effect on the children.
That's right.
And it has an effect on the old. And it has an effect on the young that's growing up and trying to learn from the relationship that they're trying to look up to.
Right.
Your teenagers are growing up and looking at your relationship, deciding whether or not they want a boy or a girl to be with for the rest of their life. Your daughters are looking at how you treat your husband and saying, I don't know if I want to be with a man because I see what being with a man is like.
Wow.
Your sons are looking at you as a mother and saying, you know what? I don't want a wife. I want a husband.
Damn.
By the way you treat your family,
Damn.
you are giving your children a new social construct of understanding what the pack is
Right.
and how to build a pack.
Damn, bro.
And so what happens when a family member leaves, when a father leaves or a mother leaves, then now this woman is raising this man to use his testosterone like estrogen.
Good night.
That's what he's doing. Because now he's not learning how to use his testosterone as a man.
Right.
He's learning how to use his testosterone as a woman. Because that's his example. The woman is now his leader that's teaching him, when I get mad, I break a window. When I get mad, I throw everybody's stuff out the house. When I get mad, I cuss you out and I belittle you and I destroy you with my mouth. Instead of seeing how men deal with it.
Right.
To see how a real man deals with it. So now he can know how not to use his testosterone as estrogen. Keep reading.
Common concert. In small packs or families, human-caused mortality of the alpha female or the alpha male can cause the entire pack to dissolve.
Read it again now.
Common concert. In small packs or families, human-caused mortality.
Who?
Human-caused mortality.
Human-caused mortality can do what?
Of the alpha male or female can cause the entire pack to dissolve.
Humans in wolves' perspective is who in our perspective? YAHANNA?
The oppressor, sir.
Give him a hand.
That's right.
That's
The white man.
Damn right.
Humans are the white man to wolves.
Right.
You understand?
Yep.
And when a human kills a wolf in the pack, it does what to the family?
Can cause the entire pack to dissolve.
A white man just killing your brother can
Damn.
make you leave home and make your mother leave your father and make your father not be around, want to be around your mother, and your sister don't want to be around any one of you, and it destroys the entire house because everyone feels responsible for his death.
Good night.
Because everybody say that they what?
Love him.
No,
Oh, so lucky.
they should have what?
They should have been there.
They should have been there.
Man.
That's what they feel for the rest of their life. When the house is broken, when the family's small and a man kills a wolf, all the wolves feel the responsibility of their death. They say, I should have been there. And they separate. And they all become what?
Lone wolves.
Lone wolves. Which makes them more susceptible to death. When tragedy happens in your life, what should you do? Rakyat?
You should come together.
That's what you should do. But in the society that you live in, everybody's telling you it's easier to just be alone. It's easier to just be independent. It's easier for you to just do you and I do me.
Right.
And that's going to get us killed faster.
Right.
That very thing. That mindset. Keep reading.
Colonel concert. After the alphas, wolves second in command are called betas, followed by mid-ranking wolves, and finally the omegas.
So you mean to tell me wolves got rank? You mean to tell me wolves got rank and order, and you got a problem with coming into UPK and saying cut out of one gun to a man?
Good night.
Is that what you telling me?
Damn.
You mean to tell me a less intelligent animal understands that they need order?
Right.
Then you are the most intelligent being on this earth, and you're telling me that you don't need structure and rank and family? Even the wolves know they need family. Ants know that they need a leader, but you don't. Keep reading now.
Colonel concert. Both mid and low-ranking positions are somewhat fluid. Although an omega may hold that position for many years, it is not unheard of for the pack to pick a new omega and let the other retire.
Keep going.
Living in a pack not only facilitates the raising and feeding of pups, coordinated and collaborative hunting, and the defense of territory, it also allows for the formation of many unique emotional bonds between the pack members, the foundation for cooperative living.
Go ahead.
Wolves care for each other as individuals. They form friendships and nurture their own sick and injured. Pack structure enables communication, the education of the young, and the transfer of knowledge across generations.
Let me tell you something. A wolf pack is a family, all right? And when a family is together, that's real freedom.
Yep.
That's right.
That's real freedom, all right?
Yep.
You got education in the house. You got people that's going to make sure you eat. You got people that provide food and clothes. That is a full-out government inside your house.
Right.
That's what's in the house. A structured government. But when you leave the house to do your own thing, you become a lone wolf. Let's find out about lone wolves.
So like I said, if I could, just a little bit more.
Read it there.
Concert. Wolves and Salakia, wolves and other highly social animals have passed on what can be best described as culture.
Good night. So you mean to tell me wolves got culture? You mean other animals got culture, huh? But blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans don't.
Damn.
That need to permeate a little bit. Let that simmer down. Let that go into your soul. Wolves have culture, but Beyonce don't. Beyonce want to be a Greek.
Good night.
You want to be somebody else's culture because you don't have your own.
Right.
You want to join yourself to another people because you don't have your own.
Right.
You want to be in somebody else's family because you don't have your own. But a wolf does. Your oppressor is the devil, the Bible speaks of. He's the devil. And he's stolen everything from you.
Just a little more. So Salakia. A family group. Yeah, I think it's there.
Go ahead.
Yeah. A family group can persevere for several generations, even decades.
Get the other mic over there from the sister side. Try that.
A family group can persevere for several generations, even decades, carrying knowledge and information through the years from generation to generation.
And that's what they don't want us to do. They don't want us passing down generation. They don't want us passing down hurt. They don't want us passing down things that's happened to us to generation, because then you'll never forget. Do you know when wolves run through different passages, if they are killed in the area, they know not to go there that way anymore. And they pass that information down from generation to generation. Right. Do you know that the sharks still swim in the same trail that the slaves were getting dropped in? Do you know why? Because they passed that information down from generation to generation. That's how you keep the family safe. You have to be able to say, don't mess with them, because his uncle raped your auntie. That man over there staying in that house raped your auntie, but you don't even know that. So you are going and playing with the rapist because you have been disconnected from your pack. And your auntie that was raped by that man, she left. Wow. She left. So you know what she wasn't able to pass down to you?
She wasn't able to share that knowledge and information.
She wasn't able to share the family knowledge with you.
Right.
And you know the biggest thing in Black and Hispanic and Native American families that destroy families more than anything? The family secrets. Right. The family secrets, which every family has, is destroying families. Because now we're sitting at a table with the man that everybody molested, that the man that he molested everybody at the table, but everybody's holding the secret and nobody knows that he's Chester. Chester the molester is at the table, but she not speaking, he not speaking, she not speaking, he not speaking, nobody's telling.
Damn.
So what does he get to do?
Keep being Chester.
Keep being Chester.
That's right.
And he keep being Chester, and the next set of kids that come up, they don't know he's Chester the molester. So what happened to the next set of babies that get molested?
Yeah, right.
Whose fault is it?
I'm gonna say it's the person who's holding it in.
Everybody's fault.
Right.
It's everybody's fault.
Damn.
Do you know why we're in the condition that we in?
Because we keep ignoring it.
Chester the molester
Y.A.H.ANNA.
and the family.
Give it to Ron.
Why are we still in the condition we in?
Because everybody thinks it's not their fault.
Nobody's telling us about the trauma from the past.
Right.
Yep.
Everybody's ignoring it. Go ahead, come out.
Is it on?
Go ahead, Al.
Come on, concert. If I could, everyone is still holding on to the fake love.
That's give them a
That's the
hand.
answer.
That's right.
They holding on to the fake love. Good night. All right, now that's silence. Go ahead.
So what about the family, right? That when you do bring it up, like I'm gonna go back on what Kanak said, the one when you go tell your parents what happened,
Right.
that their brother or who they father, whatever touched you, they ignore it. And they say it's your fault or they don't want to hear it. What is that?
That's their fault. That's their fault that they didn't stand up for you and protect you.
Right.
It's their fault. And it made you feel like you were the problem when you are the victim. You're the victim, and now they make you feel like you're the bad guy for telling them what happened to you. It's like calling the police after getting assaulted and going to jail.
Damn.
That's what it is. You call the police because you get assaulted, and then they take you to jail for being assaulted and telling, for reporting it.
Right.
So what do you do for the rest of your life? Huh?
don't tell police.
You don't tell, or you do that other thing. You take matters into your own hands.
Right.
So that you make sure that you never a victim again.
Right. Right.
And that's why the family structure is important, because there has to be an alpha male in the house, and there has to be an omega.
Right.
An omega is a submissive one. It's a male in the family that's, you know, more he listens.
Right.
Then you got the alpha that ain't trying to hear nothing.
Right.
You need them to. You need the good cop and the bad cop in the family in order for the family structure to work. Everybody has a part to play in the family.
Right.
But you can't play a part if you're an individualite.
Right.
You can't play the part alone. You can't play the part if you're a woman by yourself with the children.
Right. Right.
You can't play the part of the mother and the father. You can't be the disciplinarian and the comforter. You can't whoop the kid and then when the kid hurt, you say it's gonna be okay. Because now the whooping was for nothing.
Right.
The father has to be the one to whoop the child, and you gotta be the one to be like, it's okay, fool, just don't do that no more. He gonna do it every time if you keep doing that. Yeah, you gotta stop. And they need that balance.
Right.
They need that. But when you're alone, the child in the house is out of whack. The equilibrium is off of the family and it's off balanced. All right? Is there some more on that? You good?
I'm lone wolf.
Now let's get to the lone wolf. Read that out.
Colonel McCon, sir. So, okay. Alpha males and alpha females lead the pack, which usually includes their offspring and at times a few other wolves. From there, the beta wolf is the lieutenant of the crew, assuming authority if the alpha dies. Traveling down the pecking order, we come to the omega wolf at the bottom. The omega is the runt, subordinate to all other pack members. Okay, moving on. This strict arrangement keeps the chain of command in place. For instance, lower-ranking wolves must display submissive body language, such as crouching if a dominant wolf approaches, except during times of prey abundance. Only alpha males and females will mate. Even dinner time involves special etiquette, with alphas getting the choice organs of meat and the omegas waiting until the others have gotten their fill before eating the remainder of the food.
Go ahead.
Okay, going down. Just like the rigors of army life may force a new recruit to quit during basic training, this regimentation of life in the pack can compel a wolf to set out on its own. But departing from the pack may be more difficult than enduring the challenges that go with it. When a wolf leaves its natal pack or the one it was born into, it becomes a lone wolf. Wolf biologists also refer to this process as dispersal.
What?
As dispersal.
Where you heard that at? Where have you had dispersal from? Go ahead.
Like you said, the diaspora.
Diaspora, that sounds kind of biblical, don't it? The dispersal. Why do they leave? Keep going.
Colonel Conser, one significant factor that pushes a wolf to hit the road is the aggression from the pack's dominant wolves.
Now, you know what happened? There's too much structure here. I'm giving out too many orders here. You keep telling me what to do. Why does your woman want to leave you? Because you tell her to cover them titties.
Yep.
Right.
You tell her to put them legs up.
Right.
You tell her she can't go to the birthday party. She can't eat the pork. She can't celebrate Christmas. No Christmas tree. No turkey in the house. It's too much dominance in here.
Right.
You're too mean. You throwing your weight around. You trying to tell me what to do.
Right.
You setting yourself up for failure by leaving him. Because anywhere that has no structure is the purge.
That's right.
If you have no rules, I mean, you got America.
Right. Good night.
That America is the perfect example of what Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans in America is the perfect example of what no rules look like. Yeah. Your neighborhood has no rules. They don't go by any rules.
Right.
Whatever rules is set, they don't go by. They don't go by the street code.
Right.
They don't go by the rules of, that's my brother Rib. I'm not gonna look at her. They hitting your brother. They hitting your rib out.
Right.
They sleeping with your wife because they don't honor brotherhood and they don't honor rules because they were never taught to keep them.
Right.
Because everybody is a lone wolf. Everybody outside the truth arc is a lone wolf. Everybody is a dog eat dog world. You understand? Keep reading.
Common sir. Especially when food is scarce, the weaker wolves may not receive adequate nutrition and leave out of necessity.
And leave out of necessity. Why? Because there's no structure. There's no good brotherhood. So now, when you in a pack, you're in a bad family. Your family was a bad family. And you didn't get the proper nutrients you needed. So you thought you knew you had to leave in order to survive.
Right.
You knew that. That's what you had. For your survival, you had to leave and become a lone wolf because you were living in hell in that house with that family. Right. And that's why Christ said, who is my mother and who is my brother? Because he knows that each and every one of us are going to have to go through the phases of being lone wolves. To come into the truth, guess what you got to be? A lone wolf. Because what the pack gonna say?
You're going to a cult.
You're going into a cult.
Right.
The pack don't understand why you leaving.
Right.
Right.
You told the pack that this is a molester. And the pack say, stop talking about that. Don't say that no more.
Right.
So what you have to do, in order for him to stay alive and me to stay out of jail,
You gotta leave.
I gotta leave.
Right.
And you had to be a lone wolf. But you had to find another pack. Because lone wolves don't survive as long as packs.
That's right, bro.
You need the pack to survive. You can't survive out here in the wilderness, running through different territories, going through different areas where different wolf packs are.
Right.
Because it's a red wolf pack over here and a blue wolf pack over here, and you got on red and blue.
Sure.
And you walking up the street alone. And you don't have nobody to stand with you. So you got to find you a pack that you can run with.
Right.
That understands you, that's going to stand with you and fight for you and help you through these territories.
Right.
Right.
Real love, not fake love.
You understand?
Yeah.
Keep reading.
Common sir. Abandoning the pack also means leaving behind the protection of other Salakia. Abandoning the pack also means leaving behind the protection other members offer.
So leaving your family, you leaving financial help, you leaving help, that can provide you money and food and clothes and shelter. You're leaving the protection of a secured entity. But all security is not good security.
That's right.
All being in church is full of people.
Right.
But that's not where you want to raise your kids out.
Right.
Because it's a lot of molesters in that church.
Right.
Quality over quantity.
That's right.
And sometimes you got to go and be alone to find a quality family.
Right.
That's what you have to find, because the family you got is the family the family that you had in the world was the family that Christ denied. He's like, your mama out there, your brother, yeah, I know. But who is my mother and who is my brother? Those that do the will of my Father is my mother and my brother.
That's right.
That's who my father and my brother is. People that think like me.
Right.
People that eat like me.
Right.
People that celebrate the feast of dedication
That's
like me.
Right.
That's right.
People that do the things that I do. That's my family.
That's right.
That's why Joshua said, me and my house, we're going to serve the Lord.
That's right.
He said that because there were other brothers that was of his house that was not his house.
Right.
Right.
That's why the scripture said, be in the world, but do not be of the world.
Right.
That's right.
You an Israelite, but you ain't got to act like a Negro. You ain't gotta act like an African American.
Right.
Go ahead, Kana.
So like I said, if I could, it's so heavy because like even reading this study, it shows the white man our oppressor's understanding, because it's saying that we're leaving the protection, like we're sacrificing the protection by leaving.
Right.
But what they're failing to understand is that the protection that we needed, we weren't getting.
Right.
And it's the same thing that goes on in our families.
Right.
Because when you leave and you become that lone wolf, and they tell you, oh, well, we did this for you, we did that for you. Yeah, but that's not the protection I needed. What about the Chester that's in the family?
Right. Exactly. Give him a hand.
That's right.
What about Chester? Yeah, you bought them J's. But what about when I told you about Chester?
Right.
Yeah, I got the PlayStation 5, but you ain't do nothing about Chester.
Right.
That's not. I don't need shoes. I need safety.
Damn.
That's what you gotta have in your mind. Keep reading up.
So I can cut on a concert. Right. Because of wolves' territorial nature, loners must be cautious about trespassing into lands belonging to other packs. To safely find food, a lone wolf may need to search for hundreds of miles.
For how many miles?
Hundreds of miles.
You want to know why it's so hard for you to keep money in your pocket? Because you trying to survive alone by yourself. Do you know how white people get up over us? You know how they all become managers? Connections from their pack. One of them will get a job in a high seat and say, hey, I got somebody that could be a manager. I got a whole team that can come and be the shift managers for the night and the day shift and the morning shift.
Right.
I got a team. Guess who it is? His 2 sons and his daughter.
Right.
Then then they got friends from school that they close to that they would never let be managers, but they'll let them be over the registers. And they would have to report to them, but they would never give them the equal seat as them. Because the equal seat goes to who?
Like the family.
Their family. Little cousin that's coming up under them.
Right.
You know what I mean? They got a cousin that's about to be of age in a few months that's about to get this seat. But I do mess with you. Black people, Hispanic and Native Americans, you put everybody equal to you. You make everybody the same as you. And that's why we have nothing.
Right.
That's why we have nothing, because you want to put everybody in the same basket as you when they haven't been through what you've been through.
That's right.
They haven't gone through the things that you've gone through. You're giving up all your wealth and your riches. You're giving up salvation in the kingdom of heaven for the people that destroyed and stole from you. You know how many Christians will not ever listen to what we say because they know we teach that everybody can't be saved? And when we say everybody, who are they talking about? White people.
Right.
Right.
It's not can Chinese be saved?
Right.
Can East Indians be saved? It is can white people be saved? And when you say no, they can't. I can't even hear that. I can't even listen to that doctrine.
Right.
That's not of the Lord. Now you tell a white man that a black man can't be saved. You're gonna say, so what? Okay. What's next? That's not even gonna linger in his mind he's not gonna even put up a fight for you.
Right.
He would never say, well, why not? They went through slavery. We can at least give them heaven too with us. They're gonna say, okay, they can't come. Cool. We're not bringing the Chinese either, are we? They're gonna make sure they exclude everybody else.
Right.
You know, black people. You blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Do you know what you really are? You're not a lone wolf. You're a house dog.
Damn.
Domestic.
You're domesticated. And the only people that you're loyal to, a house dog don't have a family.
Man.
Wolves have families that they're raised with, and they decide to leave their family. But A house dog is only loyal to master.
Good night.
And that's you. Wolves, if a human run up on the wolves are fighting the human.
Right.
For the wolf.
Right. Right.
But if you run up on master,
Right.
and you a house dog,
Right.
you're going to fight another dog for your master.
That's right. Yeah.
Instead of you fighting the dog, instead of you fighting the human, you're gonna fight another dog. You're gonna fight your brother for your master.
That's cold, bro. That's cold, Carl. That's cold, bro. Good night, boy. That's cold, boy.
Dogs prefer humans over other dogs. And that's what a house dog is.
Damn.
A wolf will fight a human for another wolf.
Right.
But a dog won't fight another dog. Fight another dog for a human. He will fight that. No, a dog won't fight a human. He's going to fight the dog. Go ahead,
That's like what I mean, sir. That's why the oppressor loves their dog so much, because they love that relationship of the dominance over that beast. Just like they love the relationship of the dominant over us.
Give him a hand, all right? Dogs don't have families, all right? They make a family with whoever feeds them.
That's
Right. That's what I was gonna say.
Whoever gives them kibbles and bits and a bone, that's their family. Not the other pit bull on the other side of the gate. Not the other dogs. Their family, and they're loyal to whoever provides them a job, whoever gives them money, whoever gives them whatever they need. That's their family. Go ahead,
It's a lot, sir. Like that's the Democratic voting system. Like that's why you have black people go from being Democrats to Republicans. It's whoever gives them like the best benefits. Like I remember watching an interview with I.S.U.P.K when he came up for that Black Plan for America, and he was like, "Well, I'm not with Trump or with Biden. I'm with whoever gives, gives me what our people need." But the key thing is he had to get it from them. So he thought he was being a war. He was standing up for for his family, but he really was just looking for who's going to feed him the best.
Right.
So like,
and that's what it's all about.
Right.
The dog, the house dog is trained to only care for whoever feeds him continuously. And you're gonna turn on your pack. You're gonna see a gang. You a pit bull. You're gonna see a bunch of other pit bulls, and you're gonna protect master instead of going over there to the pit bulls and trying to join them, because you have been domesticated. And our women fall into that trap so heavy. Our women fall into being house dogs because you will leave your husband for any reason and be a lone wolf. And then you will leave, and then some of you won't even have a family from the jump. You'll just go straight out of high school into college, and straight out of college into your career, and straight into your career into another career, and never think about a family. All you doing is trying to make money for master. All you thinking about is yourself.
That's right.
Like a dog.
Yep.
A dog don't have to think about nothing else but himself. And our women get trapped into that so heavy. They fall into the world of, I'm going to just do me. I'm not going to do nothing. I'm not going to think about a family. I'm not having no kids. Do you know that in the United States, that we are at 1.7% on having babies? 1.7. The average American does not have 2 children.
Like with Chinese.
The average, China is at 1.3. And they don't allow you to have more than 1 child.
Right.
India is at 1.1. All right. That's not even including homosexuality. That's just this money these statistics that I'm talking about is just, I don't want any kids. They ain't even gay. These are the people that focus on their career. That's I'm only focused on getting my bread, making my money. You are starving the pack.
Wow.
How can we be a family without making a family? We're gonna go extinct.
Damn.
Because you're selfish. And a dog doesn't have to share.
Right.
He has a bowl of food that he eats to himself. He only thinks about himself. He doesn't have to think about sharing because he's domesticated. He don't ever think about family. He only thinks about what makes him feel good.
That's right.
His toys, his treat, his yard, his master.
That's heavy.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you have taken on the mindset, not of a wolf pack, not even of a lone wolf, but of a house dog.
Damn.
Go ahead, Al.
Like it, sir, if I could, it's so heavy because it's like when you come into the I.S.U.P.K,
Right.
we have babies in here, babies plural, and in here we pass down those traditions that you were talking about earlier, like the sharks pass down, and like the wolves that stick together pass down.
Right.
And it's almost like the Lord is doing it, sir.
That's what
You
I'm
come in here and you're gonna have babies in here, and the traditions of your forefathers are going to get passed down to those babies.
Give
Like
him
I
a
said.
hand.
Man, I was gonna say
Because this place proves with animal statistics that we are the home of the truth.
that's right.
Because everything the world do, we don't do.
That's right. Yeah.
They not making babies. Every day I'm seeing somebody congratulating another brother and sister for having babies. Listen, we making babies like crazy in the UPK.
Right.
We don't see no pandemic. COVID is like, how many COVID babies was born? I mean, I think I had 2 COVID babies. I had a baby in 2020 and 2021. It was straight COVID.
Damn.
The world is like that. It is stupid for them to have a baby right now. In their mind, the economy is falling. We about to go to war. Food is low. You know, the COVID-19 is out. It doesn't even make sense to have a child right now. Not in the UPK. It makes all the sense in the world to have a baby right now. We having babies out. Why? Because we are in the world, but we are not of it.
That's
right.
We don't care about what's going on in this world because we go to camp every week and prophesy that this place is going to fall.
That's right.
We know it's going to fall. We're telling you every day it's going to fall. We're not afraid of the fall. We're embracing it. We're preparing for it because the most important people in the truth are the babies.
That's right.
They are the ones that's going to have to continue this. We getting old every day, every second. And these kids sitting here right now, you don't think they're paying attention. And one of these kids is going to regurgitate this whole lesson in their 3rd grade project. They're going to be like, wolves. Wolves are not domesticated animals. They run in packs. They this and this and that. And they're going to be like, man, that was a very good lesson. Where'd you learn that? In my school. What school do you go to? Well, you would call it a church. Oh, that's a good church. What church is that? The I.S.U.P.K. You talking about the hate group? Yep. Yep, that's the one.
Right.
They taught me this.
Right.
They taught me this. And everybody that calls us a hate group out, they're going to run to us for succor.
That's right. That's right.
They're going to run to us for safety out. They're going to have to, because this is the place that the Lord made for safety for Blacks, Hispanics, and Americans. This is the wolf pack the Lord chose.
Man.
This is the wolf pack that's set apart. So when lone wolves are looking for a place of safety, they can come to this pack. When you running around and you in other territories, there is one of these wolf packs all over the earth so that you can find us in whatever territory you're in.
Right.
Whatever territory you're in, if you are in Detroit, if you in Philadelphia, if you in New York,
Right.
if you in California, if you in Indianapolis, we have a pack for you.
That's right.
Now give me Genesis 2:18.
Wow.
We like some, you know, say some brothers and sisters, they take pride of being alone. You know, they song trade the suit, trade the suit. You say I can do all by my own. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Like we take so much pride of being alone, but when it comes down to it, then we want to run to somebody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, sir? Like we bring out so heavy that the thing is that we need to put that pride away. We need to come together like just not two in one say, sir. You know what I'm saying? Skype, I'm trying to hold the mic.
Now that's good. I give him a hand. Right? Because that's true. What come before destruction? Everybody. Pride come before destruction. Right? Your pride is gonna get you killed. You understand? Go ahead, y'all.
Common sir, if I could. Isaiah chapter 13, verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
And it shall be like the chase rope,
Mm-hmm.
and as a sheep that no man taketh up,
Mm-hmm.
they shall every man turn to his own people and flee everyone into his own land.
That's what's happening now. We all turning to our own people now.
Come on.
That's all we got. And that's what we gonna have to do in our households and in our nation.
Right.
Go ahead, Barack Yasalaki. Then somebody give me Genesis 2:18. Go ahead.
God, sir, just to speak to the point of your class, like we need each other. Just
That's
last
right.
year,
Right.
Texas went through an Arctic vortex that froze the state of Texas solid.
Right.
And we and really it only affected poor Black and Hispanic community.
Exactly.
And the only person we could turn and we looked to as a community was our oppressor.
That's right.
The entire reason your power was out was because he wanted to save money on backup generators and rerouting power circuits and things like that. And as we don't, as a community, do what we do in the I.S.U.P.K, which is come together and depend on each other. Because we don't, as a community, do that, we freeze to death in the winter.
Give them a hand. Hey. Now read that. Read that scripture.
Common sir. The book of Genesis, chapter 2, verse 18. And the Lord God said, it is not good that man should be alone.
It's not good for us to be alone, God. It's not good that you Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans try to be lone wolves. It's not good for you to be an individual like.
Right.
It's not good because you can't call nobody to get counsel.
Right.
When you're going through stuff because life is beating you up because you are here to fight against life.
Right.
You have nobody that you can lean on. You got no shoulders to lean on. And the Lord in the beginning of creation said it's not good that man be alone. Go ahead.
Common sir. I will make a helpmeet for him.
So what did he give him?
That's right.
Salaki, sir, woman.
He gave him a woman. He gave him a place of rest. He gave him someone to help him because everybody needs assistance. Everybody. I don't care how strong you are, you need help. Any job is easier to do when you got somebody by your side.
Right.
That's right.
I don't care what you're doing. It's easier when you can communicate with somebody and y'all can both work together to get something done. And that's what we have to know as a people. We need each other.
Yep.
We need to be together.
Thanks.
It's not good that you get mad at me and leave me.
Right.
It's not.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, we are still all we got.
That's right.
Yep.
We don't have nobody else. We can't keep being emotional and running out on each other all the time. That's a life. You stepping out that door is a life or death step. That's what you doing. You are playing with your own life. Because you never know if this is the last time you're gonna see that brother or sister.
Right.
I didn't talk to so many people that left that was arguing with a person, and that was the last time they saw the person they was arguing with. And they live with that for the rest of their life, saying, the last thing I said to him was, I hate you. That was the last thing I said to him. It was the last thing I said to her. And now you got to live with that for the rest of your life. This ain't the time to hate your brother. This ain't the time to hate your sister. This ain't the time for fighting. It's the time for coming together and building, because the world is about to fight.
Right.
The earth is about to go to war with each other. And while they're fighting, it's just like in the UPK. It's just like going to camp. Our brotherhood has to be tight. Why? Because when we stand out there at camp, who's against us?
Everybody.
Everybody. The kids, the women, the children, the men, the dogs, the cats, the businesses, the police, the firemen, the truck drivers, the bars. Everybody's against us, huh?
Right.
And you're going to have a brother standing next to you that look at you and say, man, I can't stand this nigga too. We can't do that.
That's
Read
right.
that from the top again.
That's right, Cap.
Sir. And the Lord God said, it is not good that man should be alone.
It's not good for us to be by ourselves, Father. Because when you by yourself, you know what you do? You think.
Right.
You think. And you are stupid.
Yep.
You're dumb.
Yep.
You don't know what to think about.
Right.
You don't know how to analyze thoughts. Your thoughts are evil.
Yep.
You know we could pull the scripture.
Right.
The heart is deceitful and desperately wicked.
Right.
Who can know it?
Who can know it?
Come.
It's letting you know that I had to think to myself. That was an evil thought.
Damn.
Whatever you said to yourself was evil.
Damn.
If you don't think it was evil, call somebody and see if it was evil or not.
Right.
Check your thoughts with a priest.
Right.
Inquire of the Lord.
Yep. Right. Solid.
Now, give me Ecclesiastes 4:9.
Sir. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 4, verse 9. Two are better than one.
Read that again.
Two are better than one.
No, I'm better by myself.
Two are better than one.
The scriptures say two are better than one. What does that mean? It's not good that you be alone.
Right.
Because two better than one. And if you want to put yourself in a better predicament than you're in right now, find somebody to be with. Don't be alone. Keep going.
Sir. Because they have a good reward for their labor.
Because now you'll be able to get stuff done and you'll get a reward and you'll be able to do things faster when you're not doing it alone.
That's
These
right.
sisters over there cooking. If it was one sister over there cooking, it'll be nothing going on over there.
Right.
But the fact is, hands on deck.
Right.
They're able to get more things done.
Teamwork.
Right.
When you move in the camp equipment, if one brother had to move the camp equipment out, it'll take him 30 minutes
Right.
to set the camp equipment up. And he'll probably throw his back out moving that podium.
Right.
But when it's 15 of y'all, you set up camp in 2 minutes. With the cord running all the way with the rope running from this end of the camp all the way to this end of the camp, all the way through like a thread.
Right.
Speaker set up, everything. You can only do that so easily with extra hands.
Right.
Keep going now.
Sir. Verse 10. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow.
If you fall, if you by yourself, who can pick you up?
Nobody.
You running and you fall, you're gonna have to lay there until you gather yourself.
Yep.
You out of there. Well, you can't do nothing. Imagine you out running by yourself and you just faint.
Good night.
You're gonna wake up, you're gonna be covered in ants. Go ahead,
Hey, Salakia, sir, what you're saying is heavy, man. You know, like it made me think about, like when we're talking about this hierarchy, like this a structure of authority, right? And a lot of times, like especially in being raised in America, you know, this individual pursuit of happiness, people trying to pursue their own happiness, they dictate their own priorities. So like in a family, you can't make, like if you're a lower ranked person within a family structure, you don't set the priority. And when you try to set the priority for yourself, it interrupts the priority of the pack or of the family.
Right.
And that's where the conflict happens at. Because then, you like you said, when you thought to yourself, you said, okay, I need this. This is what's important, but it's not important for the family. And you put your priorities over the priorities of the family or of the nation.
Right.
And that's what happens, man. And then that's what makes you question the leadership.
Right.
You'll say, I can't, like I hear a lot of women, and, you know, men don't really say it, but we think it within ourselves. But you hear a lot of women say, I'll submit if he's a righteous leader. But what's deep is that you yourself, the woman, are saying you understand what righteousness is, and you don't. Right. Righteousness to you is what you want and your priorities.
Right.
That's to you is righteous leadership,
Mm-hmm.
and that's not how this thing works, man. And that's why like how you said, sir, we're stupid, we're dumb, we don't know what's important. But when you think you do, you feel like you can dictate what the leadership should be doing. So like you.
Give him a hand.
Right, that's right. Teamwork make the dream work.
Give him a hand. Because you trying to dictate what you think is right.
Teamwork make the dream work.
It proves that, like, if you knew what was right, you would be living a good life and you would have never had a bad day.
That's right.
Right.
You would never have. Why is your life so messed up if you got all the answers?
Right.
Why is life so hard for you? Why do you have 6 baby daddies and 7 kids if you got all the answers? Right. No, you got 6 baby daddies and 4 kids. That's what I meant to say. You got 6 baby daddies, 4 kids, because if it ain't him, then it's him for sure.
Damn.
You got the 2 possibles. But you got all the advice. Yes, I've seen the priest. What's that dude's name? The Pope. The Pope was telling people that don't have kids how selfish they were for humanity. And we got to keep having babies because humanity needs you to have kids. And I was like, but he ain't got no kids.
Right. Kind of gun. Right.
Shut up.
Right.
Like, how the hell you gonna sit up here and tell somebody that stay selfish and they need to save humanity when you in there sleeping with all the nuns, giving them all, talking about they nuns.
Right.
You filling every roll up they got.
Right. Giving them all.
And they having all the abortions that you know they going. It's an abortion clinic in the Catholic Church. The midwives is killing the baby in the church.
Right.
And yeah, and they call themselves nuns. Facts. And they giving it all up. Damn. I hate this place.
Right.
Damn.
But keep reading.
Sir. But woe to him that is alone when he falls, for he hath not another to help him up.
You don't got no help when you a lone wolf. And I know a lot of us are lone wolves because it's safer that way. I know a lot of us decide to leave our family because our families were not good places to be.
Right.
And I totally understand that. And I respect that. But you're not safe.
Yep.
You are out there alone in dangerous and deep waters. You are alone in the middle of the jungle. And you know what's running through the jungle together? Groups of monkeys. Damn. Groups of jaguars, groups of gorillas.
Right.
And you are alone,
and
they smell you, and they're hungry. And you smell like a snack. And you don't have anybody to pick you up if you fall. If that gorilla slap you, nobody gonna come in the back of the head and hit him in the back of the head.
Right.
You're gonna be sleep out, and you're gonna wake up in the reincarnation.
Damn.
You're gonna wake up at the throne of the Most High.
Right. Wake up as a baby.
Getting judged. That's what you're gonna wake up. You're not gonna wake up and be, wrapped up. This ain't a movie. People get knocked out in movies and they wake up in this tent, because somebody was just out there watching over them and saving them. It ain't gonna happen to you. You gonna die. That's what's gonna happen to you. The gorillas are gonna eat. Keep reading.
Common Concert, verse 11. Again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone?
Come on now, it's getting cold out here in the winter.
Right. All right.
The winter coming. Now, all you independent women, y'all ain't got no man. Y'all gonna reach over in their bed and catch the flu. Because it ain't gonna be no warmth in that bed. You're gonna be cold in that bed because you're so independent. Independent women catch COVID-25 because they alone. And they choose to be alone. They choose to be alone. You think black men don't like marriage, huh? That's what you think. You think black men can't stand being married? It's black men's fault marriages don't last, huh? Give me the statistics on black marriages. Get the statistics. Let's find out. Y'all may be right. It may be the men. The men may just be leaving their women. It may be right. Somebody give me the statistics on black marriages. Tell me let's find out. Who got it?
Try to pull it up. Just say don't exist.
What you got? Hold on, give me. Oh, you got something too? Oh, y'all boys pulling them up. Everybody read. Let's see what you got.
I took a screenshot from last month.
Black marriage in America. Over the last few decades, marriage has been a declining institution among all Americans, and this decline is even more evident in the Black community.
Damn.
In 2019, only 30% of African Americans were married, compared to 48% of all Americans.
Now, type this in. Who leaves the relationship? That's what I need to know.
I got this one right here. It says Black marital status. 33% Black men are married, 27% Black women.
It's not looking good for you women right now.
Never married.
Ooh.
52% Black men, 48% Black women.
Damn.
Divorce, 13% Black women, 10% Black men.
Man, listen.
Damn.
Every statistic was higher with the men in marriage.
Damn.
And they were low with women. I wonder what's happening. What you got? What you say, sis? Cause they some bitches. Give her a hand.
Good.
Damn, man. You can never hear that in the world. You will never hear that in the world. Yikes. Go ahead.
Okay, so
I want to know who leaves the relationship. That's what I want to know. That'll help me out.
Says in fact, nearly 70% of divorces are initiated by women.
Damn! Read it again,
Nearly 70%.
How many percent?
70%.
No, these men don't want to be married.
70%.
No, these men some hoes.
70%.
These men don't want to raise a family.
Right.
70% of divorces are initiated by women.
Keep reading.
This is according to a 2015 research study conducted by the American Sociology.
And that was in 2015. Damn. I want to give me something up to date.
If I could.
Oh, go ahead. Keep going.
It says among college-educated women, this number jumps to 90%.
God.
Man, I'm done.
Listen, Guess what? Let me tell you. Guess what those women are? Guess what those women are? Guess what those college-educated women are?
Like it, sir. Independent.
They independent now, but guess what they are? Cabal.
They're black women.
No, they are black. Resign. You walking down the path. A bun. Excellent. Lucky. The quad.
Oh, there's some bitches, sir.
Dang, y'all brothers is ruthless. The YAHANNA. Give them a hand. These women are lone wolves. Why are they lone wolves? These brothers destroy sisters. Good man. I just want to make money, you niggas. Let me tell you something. They are lone wolves. Why are they lone wolves? Because a lone wolf leaves to the pack to find their own. And that's what they did. They left the marriage, or they never wanted to get married.
Right.
For their own success.
Right.
Yikes. Go ahead.
But like if I could, sir, I have the stats on black men as far as marriage is concerned because
you got stats on black men. Let's hear about these black men.
Right.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we ain't gonna run from it. Go ahead, let's take the check.
So for educated black men, the same trend is at play for black men in 2000 76% of black men with a college degree are married by age 40. In contrast, 63% of black men high school diploma also tie the knot. So they're saying for black men, education increases likelihood of marriage. Also for rich men, black men drop black women as soon as they reach a certain level of success does not really play out.
Wait a minute, what you say?
Black men who drop black women for certain levels of success does not really play out.
So you mean to tell me that's a lie? Are you telling me that that's propaganda?
Keep reading. While plenty of rap stars, athletes, and musicians may choose to date or marry interracially when they achieve fame, the same is not true for the bulk of successful black men.
Okay.
By analyzing census data, Tolson and Marks found that 83% of married black men who earn at least $100,000 annually got hitched to black women.
Give black men a hand.
Yeah.
Give black men a hand. You know what I'm saying? These are statistics that they don't bring out right here.
Right.
They don't they make you feel like everybody a Kanye or Michael Jordan.
Right.
And when you get on, he leave you for a white girl.
Right.
But that ain't the case. Black men making money, they prefer a black woman.
Right.
And they all get married. The broke ones get married.
Right.
The educated ones getting married. All of them get married. They would rather get married. We don't. Let me say something about black men. Contrary to popular belief,
Right.
blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans don't like hoes.
That's
right. That's a fact.
You know that, right? Hoes are just more accessible.
Right.
And a weak man would rather get a hoe because he's not able to get any woman.
Right.
Because women are so mean and ruthless now, they would rather just go and buy a woman than to deal with the evil of a black woman, which is not right. But the majority of black men want to be married.
Right.
And if you don't find you a black man to get married to,
12 tribes.
you're gonna be laying. And I mean, when I say black, I mean Hispanic and Native American.
Right.
You are going to be laying in the bed alone, cold.
That's right.
You what the scripture say?
Come, sir.
You ain't gonna get nobody heat.
Right.
When the Arctic freeze come, you are not going to have anyone to make body heat with.
Right.
Is there some more on that scripture?
Good night.
Would you say something else?
Oh no, so I just want to say that it's heavy because us not coming into the order that the Lord set up, the structure for family, is causing us to run into these portals of escape, right? To escape reality. And that's why all of these things that the white man is creating, like the metaverse and these different things to entertain us, drugs, whatever. That's why we run to these things, because like how we brought out in the article earlier with the wolf pack, being in a wolf pack is difficult because you have to deal with that ranking structure. You have to deal with having to wait for your food at a certain time. But it was saying, like, it's like being in the military, right? Like when you join the military, boot camp is difficult, but it's hard to be a soldier on your own fighting a war.
Right.
It's wiser to be in the group. It's hard to be in the group, but it's wiser to be in the group than to be alone. And a lot of us men, like you said, they don't want to deal with the evilness of our women, so they marry outside the race, or they turn gay, right? But now you're gonna have men that aren't even gonna turn gay. They're gonna buy Android sex dolls, or they're gonna go into the metaverse to get a woman or a man or whatever. So they don't even have to deal with the reality of being with another human being or being with who the Lord told them to be with.
Be an introvert.
Because of being that, it's like the weakness to not want to have to go through the process of having to learn your position and learn to play your role. You choose to have no role and just seek your own self-pleasure.
And you know, another thing that they don't want to do is they don't want to change and grow.
Come on, Cap.
Being in a relationship, it requires you to change and it requires you to grow. You have to actually care about someone else's feelings outside of yours. You gotta compromise. You gotta listen. You have to communicate. You have to do things that would normally make you uncomfortable. Not being in a relationship is easier.
Right.
Going to buy whores is easier.
Right.
You understand? All of those things are easier than actually doing the thing that's hard. And in UPK, we choose to do the hard thing. We choose to fight against the earth. We choose to go against everything everybody tells us is wrong, and we do it because the Bible says it's right.
That's right.
We chose the hard path. We choose the losing team. Everybody knew that when you came here that you could lose everything, family, friends, and everything, and you took the next step to it.
That's right.
You chose to do it. So we're not running from nothing hard.
That's right.
We are fit for the job. And if you want a real man, and there's some real women in here.
Right.
Let me say that too.
Right.
There's some solid sisters in here that's sick of the world too.
That's right.
And they come up in here and change their life. And listen, we have beautiful families in the UPK.
That's right.
We have beautiful wolf packs. Beautiful, and you're gonna see these wolf packs until we die.
That's right.
Because you know what else? We're not leaving them.
That's right.
When times get hard, we're not gonna say, "Well, she got a mouth. I ain't know she was that crazy until she started." You know, once I married her, then she showed me who she really was. We kick in.
Right. That's right. Yeah.
We see, dang, she okay.
Yeah.
All right. Right. You know what we do? We do what the frog do. How do you cook a frog? Caucasize.
You gotta cook it slow.
Slow. You set a frog in water, right? And you turn the heat up. And the frog sitting in the water, he don't even know he cooking.
Right.
Why don't the frog die? What is he doing in the water?
Acclimating.
He's getting comfortable. He's acclimating himself to the temperature.
He's adjusting himself to his environment. The UPK, no matter how hot hell gets, we adjust ourselves to the heat of hell.
Damn.
And we don't stop fighting.
Right.
Because we're not going to die in this hot water.
That's right. That's right.
We're just going to adjust it. We're going to be sitting in bubbling, boiling water.
Right.
Comfortable.
Right.
We're going to see, oh, she got a loud mouth. Oh, she want to argue. All right. I see what I need to do.
Right.
Just kick in.
Right.
Just turn up. You turning up the heat, I'm turning up the heat with you.
That's right.
If you like it cool in here, then I like it cool too.
Right.
But if you like it hot, I like it hot too.
Right.
That's what you got to do. We ain't running from you.
That's right.
You always said you wanted somebody that was real. Well, here we go. We right here. Now, you keep taking that fake love if you want to, and you're going to die out there.
That's right.
You're going to get destroyed out there.
That's right.
So we're going to give you something that's going to either fix you or break you and make you leave. and we don't care which one they do because we ain't going nowhere.
That's right.
Whether you leave or stay, we gonna still be here doing what's right.
That's right. That's real.
Man.
Give me give me Proverbs 31 real quick. Proverbs 31 real quick. Because I know sisters love this scripture right here. When I was young, I used to hear this scripture right here in church. Every Women's Day.
31 and 10.
Every women's annual day. I'm a Proverbs 31
and 10.
Virtuous women.
Right.
Well, let's find out what this scripture is really talking about.
Uh-oh.
Start at verse 1.
Oh, good night. Uh-oh. Not the top.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 31, verse 1. The words of King Lemuel, the prophecy that his mother taught him.
Who taught him this?
The prophecy that his mother taught him.
So this entire chapter, who's talking?
A woman.
A woman.
Good night. Well,
down in the chapter when it said a woman go out and buy a field and she come and bring it back to a man, a woman make a man garment and make him look good in the city.
Come on, Kel.
When he say all that, that's not a man saying that. See, a lot of y'all be thinking a lot of this is men talking, so that's why they talking that. This is a woman saying this to who?
Her son.
Her son. She's teaching her son what type of woman to pick.
Super cut.
Now, read the next verse.
Khan, sir. Verse 2. What? My son. And what? The son of my womb. And what? The son of my vows. Verse 3. Give not thy strength unto women.
No, women are the power.
Give not thy strength unto women.
No, women are what you whatever she say, do, baby, because she's the woman.
Give not thy strength unto women.
The first thing she taught her son was to never give your power to a woman.
Well,
read the next part.
Khan, sir. Nor thy ways to that which destroys kings.
What is the way that destroy kings? I'll help you out. Being weak behind a woman. Right. That's what makes a king a weak king. Being weak.
Right.
Over a woman. That's in the Bible. I know it is. We reading the Bible. We in the Bible right now.
Right.
And a woman told her son that.
Damn.
So listen here, kings.
Man.
Brothers. Don't let these women break you and take you out the truth and make you leave the Lord and doing the work of the Lord because they want to go on trips and you need to do this with me and you need to do that and all that. Because let me tell you what's going to happen when Christ come back.
Right.
Let me tell you what your real going to do to you. She going to tell you the whole time you in the truth right now to leave the truth. Because we don't get family time and we don't get to spend time with each other and all that, and you give me more time and do this and love me and that, and you love her, but it ain't the way she see it on Facebook.
Right.
It ain't what she see on Facebook, so she not happy. And then Christ gonna come back out. Let me tell you what's gonna happen. You gonna leave the truth for your wife. You gonna leave the truth for your job. Then Christ is going to come back. He's going to crack the sky. And he's going to be handing out crowns on the news. It's going to be broadcast all over the news. And your wife is going to say, ain't that the brothers? When you with them? And you're going to say, yeah, but I left the truth for you. You know I'm the weaker vessel. You should have never left. What you doing listening to me?
Right.
You should have never listened to me.
Right.
Didn't you used to irate that, brother?
Right.
If you would have never left, you would have been getting the crown too.
Damn.
You are going to want to squeeze the eyes out of her head.
Right.
But you know whose fault it's going to be? Yours. For being weak.
Damn.
Because being weak is the way that destroys kings.
That's a fact, man.
And the Lord is trying to make you a king of kings.
Right.
He's trying to make you a ruler over the Chinese and the Arabs. He's trying to make you have land and provinces.
Right.
Right.
But how you gonna rule over people if you can't rule over your woman?
Right.
If you can't rule over your pack, don't be weak, God. Akim. Do y'all understand?
Come on,
Yep.
Give me Baruch 4:3.
Come on, sir.
Nah, yeah, I can go there. Let me touch that real quick. Go ahead.
I like it. 4 and 3, right? Okay. The book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 3. Give not thine honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation.
Let me tell you something. The Lord put something in this wolf pack that is for this wolf pack.
Right.
He gave us gifts that is for our nation and for our family only. That's what we use it for. Don't give what's profitable, that's supposed to be your money maker, and now you're not able to ever tap into it because you work 80 hours for another man doing something that you hate.
Right.
You're never going to be able to provide for your wolf pack, for your family, because you are providing for another man's house. You are feeding another man's business, his enterprise. What you should do is put your work and your mind and your efforts into what you have in you that the Lord gave you. Give not your honor over to another or a strange nation.
That's right.
The gifts the Lord gave you are for you and your pack. They are not for Walmart. Let Edomites and East Indians and Arabs work at Walmart.
Right.
You open up Tapazars. That's what you open up. You open up I Want Y'all's Chicken.
Right. Sign price.
You
Please,
understand?
please.
You open up whatever that thing is in your mind that the Lord gave you that you love to do, you do it. Because it's going to benefit the pack. And then what are you going to do? You're going to be able to take care of everybody in the pack and pass it over to somebody in the pack.
That's right.
And now they'll always have something to do. And now they'll be able to sustain that and then follow their dreams. Your dream will help them make their dream. They'll take the money from your dream and say, yeah, I'm going to keep this going, but I like building computers.
Right.
And so I'm going to take this lump sum out of this and I'm going to put it in the building computers and I'm going to call it this and I'm going to do my own thing. That's why the Lord gives you these gifts. That's why the Lord gives you passions. He gives you passions so that you don't have to be a lone wolf and think that you just got to do it by yourself, because you can't.
That's Christian.
You can't do it by yourself. You need the pack.
That's right.
Use that gift the way the Lord gave it to you to use it. You understand?
Come on.
Give me Ecclesiasticus 13 and 15.
Come on, sir.
Count on one. Yeah, what you're saying, sir, is just so heavy because there are so many young brothers out here looking for, what do they call it, big brothers. They got big brother programs out here and all that. But because the older generation isn't willing to lead and be an example unto the younger generation of children out here on these streets,
right.
Now their only support group is gangs and football and basketball, and that's what they rely on, and that's their structure. That becomes their community, and that's not really their community. That's not really their culture, sir. And it becomes self-destructive because they take on the culture of the people who created those SNCC communities.
Right.
Give them a hand.
That's right.
That's right. YAHANNA, got a question? Go ahead,
Like if I may, Adawan, is a gang of lone wolves they don't gang up together, do they?
A lone wolf is a lone.
There's no such thing as a gang of lone wolves.
Now a gang of lone wolves would not be loyal to each other.
Right.
They would just be
Girls Night Out.
Yeah, it's just like women. It's like women. Women are friends with each other and they all don't like each other.
Right.
All of them.
Right.
They all in the group together like, hey girl, your makeup look nice. And then they turn to the other and be like, oh, you see her makeup? She caked up all over. You see her eyebrows? Ooh, she look pathetic. Mm-hmm. Friday is an excellent example.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna say, hey girl. Mm, yeah. She couldn't stand Miss Parker.
Right.
She hated Miss Parker.
Right.
But she spoke to Miss Parker like she loved her. That's a gang of lone wolves. Women are gangs of lone wolves. That's what they are. Outside the UPK. Yeah, UPK. Thank the Lord for UPK. All right, somebody read that scripture.
Right.
Come on, concert. The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 13, verse 15. Every beast loveth his like, and every man loveth his neighbor.
Listen now. Wolves fight for wolves. Wolves don't fight for humans.
Right.
Israelites need to love Israelites.
That's right.
And stop fighting for white people.
That's right.
That's all I wanted to pull. That is the meat of the whole lesson. That is what this is all about.
Yeah.
This is all about who are you fighting for?
Right.
Who are you giving your energy to? Why? That's what we need to start doing. We need to start redirecting this energy into a place that's beneficial for us.
Right.
Because we've been doing stuff that's not beneficial to us for hundreds of years, and it's not getting us anywhere. We're just going lower and lower and lower into this society. So now we're going to redirect this energy we got into something positive, put it to where we can benefit each other, grow, build.
That's right.
And do what the Lord said to do.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Last scripture, 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. And the way we're going to do that
ranking order
is through rank, order, and structure.
I don't want con.
You have to have structure. You're not going to be able to do it without it. Yep. Go ahead, read what you got.
Come on, concert. The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
The head of some men?
The head of every man is Christ.
Mm-hmm.
And the head of the woman is the man.
The head of most women.
The head of the woman is the man.
No, not the single women.
The head of the woman is the man.
Guess what, single ladies? Guess what, independent women? The man is still your head. Whether you accept it, like it or not. You hate men, but he's still your head. Thus said the Lord.
That's right.
You can't run from it. You can't run from it. There's no way around it. The Lord said it. And guess what? You're going to say, well, he wasn't a righteous man. Well, that's the man you chose.
That's right.
He wasn't righteous. Well, he was righteous enough for you to spread your legs all the way back to the ceiling. He was that righteous. Yeah, this how righteous he was. And then after that, now he not even a good man. He don't even take care of his kids. He don't even call me. I'm just gonna start doing this. Remember this. Every time you talking about your husband, remember this is how he became your husband. Remember that.
Right.
That he wouldn't be your husband. He would be somebody you was talking to, and you could have said, "No, I don't want to talk to him no more."
Right.
You could have moved on. Don't talk about how sorry and trash your husband is when he wasn't this sorry.
Damn.
Right. Damn. Read it again.
On a concert. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God.
Let me tell you something. Our king has to report to someone.
That's right.
The men have to report to someone, so you do too.
Damn.
Everybody has somebody to report to.
Right.
Who do the children report to? You, the women. That's the structure of the wolf pack. that the Lord gave us.
Right.
That's the structure that we have to live and die by. And when we don't, we die. When we don't, we are disordered. We're out of where our equilibrium is thrown off, and we die. We fall on our face. We're destroyed. The Lord gave us a structure, and we have to follow it. You better get in line, or you're gonna die. That's it. Anybody got any questions? Go ahead, Al.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so heavy to bring out, sir, because like back to the point you were saying that women, you know what I'm saying, like you carry this much, like, you know what I'm saying, you lay down with the person. But the thing with women, they always want to look for the one. The one who can do this, who can do that. But like in the Wolfpack, they don't look for that. You look for survival. You look for people that gonna be there for you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so heavy to bring out today, sir.
Right. Most High in Christ, give the Lord a hand.
Right.
Because wolves are free. They fight. They fight for survival. Dogs fight for fun. They only fight when the master put them in the position to fight.
Right.
Or they only fight to protect master. But wolves, they just run around and they fight for survival. It's a life or death fight. A domesticated animal, you know, they fight just for fun. Go ahead.
You know, being raised in America is an evil thing, man. You know, like the kingdom of the Most High is a absolute monarchy. There ain't no voting the Most High out of his throne. There ain't no voting saying, you know, we're not feeling Christ. Let's try somebody else, man. But being raised in America, you know, voting every 4 years, voting every 8 years, it's like, I didn't like this administration. Let's go ahead and swap it out and see what he do.
Right.
You know, the power belongs to the people. Not the power belongs to the Most High. Like I believe it's a precept that says, I've heard it once and heard it twice, but power belongs to God. You know what I'm saying? But because we've been raised in this country, you have women who say, well, yeah, I had you, but I want to go ahead and choose somebody else. I want to try another man and see if he reigns according to my liking. You understand? Or even men. You know what? I'm not feeling your leadership. I'm gonna try another group. You know what I'm saying? And it's a wicked and evil thing, man. Because you can't. The scriptures say that the kingdom is gonna be forever. You can't have a kingdom that lasts forever and that's everlasting, and you swapping out leadership like you change your goddamn drawers. So like this.
Give him a hand. Rock y'all.
So like you, sir, just to the point of your class, it's so elegant what you brought out, because Blacks and Hispanics, we aren't that wolf pack, that family structure that we ought to be. We would rather choose to be relegated to a dog and be a master of an oppressor. Right. When Christ came to be a pack, he came to make us a family, and his leadership and every pack's entire structure is built on self-preservation. Right. If Christ just wanted to save himself, he could have did it. Right. The New Testament says that in a few places. But because he cared more about his brothers and sisters and the fact that everybody has to make it, everybody's got to, every Black and Hispanic has to make it into the kingdom of heaven on some level. He died and went to the cross and died for us. When if you want to be a dog to an oppressor, you'll die soon as it's convenient or funny to them. Right. And the Blacks and Hispanics need to choose sooner than later. Right. Who do they want to be? Who do they want to be in lineage?
Who do they want to serve?
Right. Who do they want to serve?
Give them a hand.
That's right.
Go ahead, Canal.
If I could, sir, just add the thing that's so beautiful and so heavy about the class, sir, is for the ones of our people that are out there that are lone wolves, the Lord is raising up the I.S.U.P.K to show you that you don't have to be a lone wolf.
That's right.
Right.
That there is a pack that you can join where you will be protected in all aspects of life.
That's right.
You left your pack, your family, your immediate family, because you weren't receiving the protection in the areas that you needed it. Well, the I.S.U.P.K is here under Command and General YAHANNA to give you the protection in the areas that you need it, and the areas that you don't even see you need it, and it's still there.
That's right.
Give them a hand. Anybody got any questions?
Excellent.
Any questions in the class? Any questions online?
I didn't see any
questions online.
No, I didn't see him.
Any questions? YouTube? Give the Lord a hand for the class. Tonight, we got the Feast of Dedications. We're going to be starting at 7 o'clock in a few hours. It's the celebration of how we destroyed the Greeks.
Right.
And
That's right.
you know what I mean? How they came into our land, and it shows how loyalty is important and how loyalty will break a nation if you're not loyal. And it also shows how we must be willing to fight against anything and anybody that wants you to be weak.
Right.
That's what we're gonna learn tonight. Mm-hmm. So with that, we're gonna pass the class over to Trooper YAHANNA.
Yes.
Amen.
I.S.U.P.K. security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 and 21, and Malachi 3 and 8 through 10, means 10th in the Hebrew. Mayashara, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations.
Feast of Dedication.
Feast of the Dedication, 25th day of the 9th month by the space of 8 days. Sunday, 28th of November, 2021, for 8 days. First Maccabees, 4 and 52 through 61. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. And those are the security announcements.
With that, Imagine. Sword, we're going to turn, face the east, say the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Dash. Hayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Malakukah. Aba'ah. Ratazayakah. Hayah. Ratazah. Kawah. Hayah. Hashemayim. Let the Nanawa. Lakal. Hayam. Masalak now. Masalak now. Waf now. Mala'ah. YAHANNA now. Messiah 1. Ball. Shaya now. Ayan. Ra. Lakah. Amalakwa. Wahala. Wahata Para. Ahmad. In the English. Our Father. Which art in heaven. Hallowed be thy name. How? Thy kingdom come. Will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Daily bread. Forgive us. Our debts. As we forgive. Our debtors. Lead us not. Into temptation. But deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it. So I'm going to turn and do a courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel. Majim Shabbat. Majim. Rup. Yahawashi. Sir, turn face to sisters. Courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Mayim Shabbat. Magic. Rock. Yahawashi. Dismiss.